What is up, YouTube? It is Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in central North Carolina, where we are still soggy and wet and very moist from all of the remnants of Ian. We had all the rain from this tropical system on Friday all day long from 6 a.m. when I woke up until late 11 p.m. at night. It finally ended, but the system has just kind of went up into West Virginia and then just kind of come back towards the ocean back south, and it's not been that much rainy. It's been very misty on Saturday and gray clouded. It was gray and cloudy on Sunday. We had a little bit of rain yesterday. Had a buddy from church text me, "You getting some of this good Jesus rain?" I said, "Nope, not here." We got a little bit of mist. And then this morning woke up and it was raining a little bit. So as I'm filming this is the first time the lawn has seen the sun in literally 3 days. So it's good, especially with some newly seed laying on the ground. But thank you guys so much for tuning in for another video today. This is going to probably be a quick one. If you're new to the channel and you're watching the first time, you know, I'm not a professional. I'm a DIYer, a do-it-yourself guy in central North Carolina. We've just recently planted some Jonathan Green Solar Green in the front yard, a very small amount of that, but we did triple threat grass seed blend here, local blend here in North Carolina in my front lawn. Everything you're seeing behind me and behind me here on camera is GCI turf seed, which we did last year. We've done pre-emergent for the very first time in this backyard and in my side lawn. So we are still, we've got two different things to look at. A new lawn in the front, like what we've been used to be doing for the past 3 years. And then we got pre-emergent. We're anxious to see, did the dithiopyr that we put down work to help prevent POA or not? We're going to find out together in the future. If you're interested in becoming a Mr. Ferguson lawn freak or a super freak, hit the join button, use the description below. There's a link there. If you're interested in that, it helps support the channel. And I appreciate all the new members, man. Thank you guys. You'll notice they'll have the little green symbol by their name. You get the green symbol first, and as you continue support over the months, it will change and you get a new badge every few monumental months or something like that, into a year, 2 years. So anyways, check that out if you're interested there. Today, guys, we kind of talked about it at the very top of the video here. We're very wet. Before Ian ever even came through, you know, we had just put our seed down. We've been watering, and much of my seed in the front yard has got established. I didn't have a lot of washout. We had that one area in the ditch there that got possibly washed out. I've applied some more seed there with my oldest daughter yesterday. We put some peat moss on top, and then, like I said, I woke up, it was a little misty and a little rainy this morning, and so we've gotten a little bit of rain there. So hopefully that will develop over time. There's already germination in the ditch, whatever. It'll be fine. But today, what I want to do and what I'm going to do off camera and talk about it with you all is I want to apply fungicide. And we kind of talked about this before Ian's remnants came through North Carolina and before he became a storm, that we've been doing a whole lot of watering in the front lawn. We've not done so much in the back lawn because we've been focusing all the water bill efforts in the front lawn to be able to get that seed germinated in the front lawn with baby grass. And so with all the water, with all the sunlight, with all the late waterings, the early morning waterings, we can sometimes get fungus. When is fungus more likely? According to my lawn care book that Mr. Hain put out, fungus is most likely to develop in our lawn with temperature changes when we're going from hot to cold. We've got a night tonight, as I'm filming this on this Monday. Tonight it's going to be 47 degrees. That's the coldest night we've had in a very long time. And so with moisture on the ground, with air temperatures getting hot and cold, soil temperatures are dropping. And we got moisture everywhere. As maybe I'll show you clips, but we've raked the backyard of all the leaves. But man, the backyard definitely grew since I didn't cut it before the storm. The water has really made it shoot up to probably about 4 inches right now. But we've got a lot of moisture on the ground. And as I've walked through doing the raking yesterday, you guys may have seen it at the end of last video. We came through and did a time lapse of raking tons of leaves. There's a little bit, the few that have fallen now, but we did a time lapse of all this. And I was noticing on some of the leaves, I don't see anything right here to pluck and to show you. Like here's a blade right here, and I'm not gonna flip the camera around or anything, but if you can see, you see the tip of that. I don't know, it looks like that's the bottom of the leaf. So look at the top, you can see the discolorization there of the top of the blade. and how it could be a little bit of fungus trying to come in and come into the lawn. So that's what, I'm not seeing an outbreak. I'm not seeing dead grass happen, but I want to be careful because back in our thinner areas with the Jonathan Green, we don't want fungus to break out and kill the little bit of grass we have back there. So what I did the other day was I'm completely out of fungicide. I ordered me some more propiconazole right here. As you guys can see, I'm not going to put the sticker up. We've got the actual bottle here. But propiconazole, Mr. Ferguson, why do you use propiconazole? Well, number one, let's go back to last year. Last year, I, for Christmas, got some azoxystrobin, and I mixed it with propiconazole because I heard from Mr. Pete that's a good combination to use. I believe Strobe is a mixture of that. They also make Oxyprop, which I didn't know about, which is a blended application of propiconazole and azoxystrobin. And using those two products preventatively this past season, I had no fungus issues whatsoever. In conjunction with using those, though, I did use Pete's natural adjuvant. And what that means is he's got you check the pH of your mixture. And if you're below 5, you can add natural adjuvant. It's supposed to open up the blades to absorb small amounts of the fungicide. And being we use natural adjuvant, we can use smaller amounts of the propiconazole and azoxystrobin. So I used 0.5 per 1,000 square feet all of this past season and use natural adjuvant with it, and I had no problems whatsoever. The problem is azoxystrobin is expensive stuff. A bottle similar to this, even smaller than this, is right around $110 to $114. Can't afford it right now, to be honest with you. Can't afford it. So that's why I went cheaper, did a $50, $45 bottle of propiconazole. And so price, that is my point in explaining it. Price is a factor. Now, we talked on Grass Factor. I asked Ryan DeMay straight up, just like, think about when you have a headache. If you use Tylenol, you take 2 every single time you get a headache, and you get headaches every 2-3 weeks, whatever. Taking Tylenol, your body can become used to that medicine, right? And it starts resisting it. It don't work. Now you need to take 3. Now you need to take 4 Tylenol pills. So I asked him, is our lawn similar that way? And if I continue to just pump propiconazole, will it become used to it and kind of say, propiconazole ain't really curing the fungus anymore? He said, absolutely, that can happen. I remember him saying that. So I introduced the propiconazole with azoxystrobin. We were successful, but with the cost of that, as much as I would love to add that, I'm not able to do it because of money reasons right now. Just with the family, not able to afford it. The other thing about the azoxystrobin and the propiconazole combo, I told you guys I recently found at NC State the Turf Files by NC State Extension, and they did a test on this, and I'll put it up here to my left or right, whichever way the video is facing for you. I'll put it up right here, that the most successful of all of their fungus trials was azoxystrobin and propiconazole together as a combination. That was the most effective fungicide according to NC State. And I looked at it, I was like, so I'm using the best stuff that NC State is saying that I should use. I'm using that combination, and it's proven to be good. So if you're using that in your lawns, you're doing your lawn a good service and preventing it from fungus. So I'm doing this more as a preventative, but as wet as it is, you want to be mindful. You want to be careful. Don't let fungus break out. Most of the time, I don't know that I've ever done fungicide at this time of the year. I typically do it in the summer, typically done it in the late spring, the summer, midsummer. But when we're getting into fall and these cooler temperatures, I can't say that I've applied fungicide, but I want to be careful with all this rain, with how moist the ground is. After I film this and later on, I will be mixing this up 0.5 per 1,000 square feet with some of the natural adjuvant from Pete, and I'm going to apply it. And here's one of the things I did look up. If you're doing it preventatively, you do want to water in your fungicide. Now, that doesn't apply if you're using natural adjuvant because it opens up the blade and absorbs it, and so that's different. If you're not using natural adjuvant, if you're doing a preventative application of fungicide, they recommend you water that into, because it needs to get into the root system. If you're doing I see fungus, I need to treat it right now, well then you don't want to water it in. You want it to dry on the blade so that it can attack the fungus that's on the leaf blade. So there's two different things. Mr. Ferguson, do you water in fungicide or not? It depends on what you're doing. If you don't have fungus and you're treating preventatively, you water it in. If you see fungus, you see things all over your yard. I don't think that little leaf blade is going to cause me to just treat foliar, and I'm going to water it in likely, or let the rain that maybe we may get today water it in, but you will let it dry on the leaf blade if you're actively fighting brown patch or anything of that. The other thing, you know, I spoke with, I've heard some people, I don't actually know who said this, but they said, man, propiconazole is not great against brown patch. I've said it many times on my channel. I even showed you guys an example of how I say that's not true and what I've seen. My father in his lawn had a big old outbreak of brown patch. He had 3 splotches in his yard, and he just took a whole ton of propiconazole, mixed it in a backpack sprayer, didn't measure it, nothing, sprayed it down, watered it in, and not supposed to water it in, right? I think he watered it in. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but that brown patch was gone in 2 weeks when I went back to his house. So the propiconazole, I saw it for myself. I said, what happened? And he said, oh yeah, that propiconazole stuff, I bought me some, put it down. It took it right out. So it's cured. In his tall fescue, propiconazole did work against brown patch. So seen it with my own eyes. But, you know, I just want to be preventative with all the rain, with all the moisture we've got. So that's what I'm going to be doing this afternoon. I'm going to be applying this to the lawn to be safe. So I wanted to put that out there as a quick Wednesday video. These Wednesday videos didn't exist at the beginning of the channel. We've kind of developed them along the way. So a quicker video today. Be mindful of fungus. Be mindful of fungicide, especially in temperature change, guys. Keep an eye on it. Make sure you're getting out there and walking in your lawn, looking at the grass blades. Do a little bit of raking maybe. Pick up sticks, and you'll be able to see, oh, what's this? I've got these little splotches all over my grass blades. Likely it could be fungus. Get you some propiconazole. I'll put a link below to Amazon to propiconazole where I got mine. You can find it at Yardmaster. You can find it if you live near GCI Turf. He gets shipping out there. Pete gets it to you quick. But I'll put a link below if you're interested in propiconazole. If you're like me, you're on a budget, you can't afford the azoxystrobin right now, you can get some liquid. Now, I will say, in the Disease X that Scotch sells, there is azoxystrobin in that, and it's a granular. So I'll link that below as well. I have used that, but I'm not going to order any of that. I'm just going to do propiconazole, and if there's anything out there, hopefully it will cure it up. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Let me know, are you seeing fungus? Have you had a fungus outbreak? Let me know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let me know how your lawns are doing. We are going to try to do another live stream in an evening time setting at some point, so be on the lookout for that. If you're on YouTube in the evenings, it would probably be somewhere between the hours of 5:30 and 7:30. We would try to do a live stream in that range, not for 2 hours, but in that time frame. So be looking for that. Check out joining the channel if you're interested. Use the super things to help out there if you want to as well, to help out the channel so we can introduce new products to the yard here. Everything is doing great here. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Hopefully we don't have a fungus outbreak, and I hope you don't either. God bless you. We'll see you on the next lawn care video. Take care.